So that was a wonderful performance by the littlest members of our Sunday school. So thank you very much, beginners. We will now have the skit from the combined classes of primary and juniors.
Test.
The story is based on the song of Lord Make Me an Instrument. At a time when we are inundated with a lot of Christmas plays, this story might surprise you. And we hope that you think about what is most important in your lives. So over to the children of juniors and primary. You'll have to give us a little time as we set up the stage.
Johnny, get a little lower.
Check. Good morning, everyone. We present to you the story of the three trees. Once upon a mountaintop, three little trees stood and dreamed of what they wanted to become.
I want to hold treasure. I want to be covered with gold and filled with precious stones. I'll be the most beautiful treasure chest in the whole world.
I've lived by the small stream trickling next to me from the time I know time. All I've heard is that it's on its way to the ocean. I want to be traveling mighty waters and carrying powerful kings. I'll be the strongest ship in the world.
Check.
I've looked down at the valley below. Busy men and women go about their work in a busy town. I don't want to leave this mountain top at all. I want to grow so tall that when people stop to look at me, they'll raise their eyes to heaven and think of God. I will be the tallest tree in the world.
Years passed. The rain came, the sun shone, and the three little trees grew tall. One day, three woodcutters climbed the mountain.
Johnny, is your mic working?
Oh, it's so hot today. It reminds me of the time in my native Vellore. Hey, look, here are some nice trees. This one is perfect for me. Now I shall be made into a beautiful chest. I shall hold wonderful treasure.
This tree is strong. It is perfect for me. Now I shall sail mighty waters and carry powerful kings.
The third tree felt her heart sink when the last woodcutter looked her way. She stood straight and tall and pointed bravely to heaven.
I'm not looking for anything special. Any kind of tree will do for me. This will do.
The three trees end up in different locations. The first tree rejoiced when the woodcutter brought him to a carpenter's shop.
Oh, finally! I'm sure this carpenter is going to fashion me into an exquisite treasure chest, one that will hold what is sought after all of creation.
Finished. Mr. Jacob will be pleased with this feed box for his animals. You know, sometimes I surprise myself. You know, my teachers, they always underestimated my abilities.
A feed box? Animals will be putting their snotty noses and drooly faces into me.
The once beautiful tree was not covered with gold nor with treasure. He was coated with sawdust and filled with hay for hungry farm animals. The second tree smiled when the woodcutter took her to a shipyard, but no mighty sailing ship was made that day. Instead, the once strong tree was hammered and sawed into a simple fishing boat. She was too weak and too small to sail on an ocean or even a river. Instead, she was taken to a little lake.
Oh my, I am just a little boat. What happened to my dreams of sailing the big oceans? No one will remember me now.
The third tree was confused when the woodcutter cut her into strong beams and left her in a lumberyard.
I'm just left in a corner in the dark. I'm not even fit to be used to make a common chair or table. Why, Lord? Why? All I ever wanted was to stay on the mountain top and point to you.
Many a day and night passed. The three trees nearly forgot their dreams. But one night, golden starlight poured over the first tree as a woman placed her newborn baby inside the feed box.
Don't cry, sleep. The Lord has provided us a stable.
I wish I could make a cradle for him.
No, don't worry, Joseph. This manger is just right.
And suddenly, the first tree knew he was holding the greatest treasure in the whole world. One evening, a tired traveler and his friends crowded into the old fishing boat. The traveler fell asleep as the second tree quietly sailed out into the lake. But soon, a thundering and thrashing storm arose. The little tree shuddered. She knew she did not have the strength to carry so many passengers safely through with the wind and the rain.
Wake up, we are going to drown.
Peace, be still.
The storm has stopped, we will live.
And suddenly, the secretary knew he was holding the king of heaven and earth. And one day, in a forgotten lumberyard,
Why did you doubt?
and suddenly the secretary knew he was carrying the king of heaven and earth. And one day, in a forgotten lumberyard, a series of events unfolded.
Bring that beam here. Don't know how long it has been rotting away.
Doesn't matter, it will do the job.
The third tree was startled when her beams were yanked from the forgotten wood pile. She shuddered as she was carried through an angry, jeering crowd. She flinched as soldiers nailed a man's hands to him. She felt ugly and harsh and cruel. She has.
Check. This is the last thing I would have wished to be. Oh, how I hate myself.
It is finished.
The story of the man who was put to death on the third tree had a different ending. On Sunday morning, the sun rose and the earth trembled with joy beneath. Jesus is alive.
Hey, look, the stone has been rolled away. Look, an angel.
He is not here. He has risen.
Come, let's go tell the others.
The third tree knew that God's love had changed everything. The cross will forever be the symbol of his sacrifice for human beings, so that they could now have a relationship with God. And every time people thought of the third tree, they would think of God. That was better than being the tallest tree in the whole world.
Check. Check, check.
Check, check.